to another episode of Android application development tutorial. In today's episode we are going to learn about how to change the selected item background color in a list view. So create a new Android application project. So first we need a list view on the activity main.xml file. So here I am going to create a list view. Provide an ID for the list view, Android ID. I name it as list view. Okay, now we have to set the layout for the list view. So Android layout height. I make the height as wrap content. Now set the layout width, Android layout width. I make it as match parent. Okay, now I just add a list view to the activity main.xml file. Now go to main activity.java class file. So here we need an object of a list view. So first here I'm going to add an object of list view. I name it as a list view. Okay, for adding items into the list view we need an object of array list. So first here I'm going to create an object of array list. It is handling string type. I name it as list. Okay, here I'm going to initialize that array list, new array list. Now we need an object of array adapter. So create an object of array adapter. It is also working with a string and I name it as adapter. Okay, now we have to add some elements into the list. So here I am going to add some items into the list. Before we have to initialize the list view object. So initialize the list view object first using this method find view by id r dot id dot. Our list view ID is list view. These are all objects, so cast it in a corresponding class. Okay, now I'm going to add some elements into the list. So list dot use the method add method and add the first item. Again add another item using the same method. One more item, list dot add. List dot again add some items. Okay, now 4 items are there. Okay, one more item added. List dot add. Five. Okay, I just add 5 items into the list. Okay, now we have to initialize the array adapter object. So before initializing the array adapter object we have to create a separate text view for representing each row on the list view. So for creating the text view just go to the resource folder, layout folder, and create a new layout file. So create a new Android XML file. I name the file as list item and click finish. Go to the XML version. So linear layout, just change it into a text view. I just change it into a text view. Okay, now here the width is match parent, height is also match parent. I change it into wrap content. There is no need for this orientation, so I just remove that one. And I have to set some attributes. Android padding left into 10 density pixel. Now set Android padding right. It is also make it into 10 density pixel, 10 dp. Now we have to set the minimum height. Android, minimum height. I make it into 50 density pixel. Now change the text size, Android text size. I make it as 20 sp. Okay. Now make the focusable into false, Android. Make it as false, Android focusable into false. Now we have to set an ID for this, Android ID plus ID. I name the ID as text view. Okay, that's enough. Okay, also align it at center, Android layout gravity into center. Okay, just add a text view into this XML file. This is the by using this text view we can represent each item, each row on the list view. Okay, now we have to set up the list view. So here we already add some items into the list. Now we have to initialize the adapter object. So adapter equal to new array adapter. Use the third one. And first you have to provide a context object. I make it as this. Now you have to provide the resource, text view resource. So r dot, it is available on layout folder. Layout, our text resource name is, what is that, item, list item. List item. This is our text resource. Now here you need to provide the data provider resource. Here it is the list, so put that one. Okay, so now we just set up the adapter. Now we have to add this adapter into the list to view. So list to view dot set adapter and pass that object adapter. Okay, so before going to change the background color of the selected item on the list view, we can check the project. So I just clean the project, clean the entire project. Okay, now we can run the application. So choose the play button and open the emulator. Okay, now here we got the output. So we got that list view on the layout that contains 5 elements, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so now when I select an item, I need the background color into red, and when I select one, I need the selected one is always appear in always the blue color will appear at the background of the selected item. Okay, that is my target. For that we have to set some color resource. For that, go to the values folder, right click the values folder and create a new XML file, Android XML file. Name the file as colors, and here is the root element resource, and click finish. Now we got a new XML file colors under the values folder. Go to the XML version of that particular file. Here we got the root element resource. Okay, now here you need to add some drawable items. So drawable, you have to provide a name. I name it as a red color. Okay, here you have to provide the value for red color. You have to provide some hexadecimal code for displaying the red color. So here I save some HTML color code for representing red color. We can use this code. So I copy this one, put a hash symbol and paste the code. Okay, now we need one more color, so I again copy the same tag and paste it here and change it into blue color. And now you have to paste the HTML color code for representing the blue color. Paste the code here. Okay, so now we just create a new XML file under the values folder and name it as colors.xml, and I add two drawable items into it. First I put the name for the first item. I put the name red color and put some HTML color code values for it, and the second item is blue color and put some HTML color code for representing the blue color. Okay, now you have to set some selector. For that, again go to the drawable folder, right click the drawable folder and create a new XML file, Android XML file, and I name it as my selector. Okay, and browse for a root element. Here you need to select the selector as root element and click finish. Now we got another XML file under the drawable folder, and I name the file as myselector.xml. Okay, here you have to provide some selector options. So here first I put the first option, first item, Android state selected. That means when user select the item, this will trigger. So Android state selected into true. And now you have to select the color when user select the item. For that, use this tag Android drawable. Now you have to select the color, so select at drawable. So when user select the item, I make it into red color, so I choose the red color option. Okay, now I need to add one more item, Android state pressed into true and change the color into blue. That means whenever user select the item, the background color will change into blue color. Okay, now we have to set the selector as the background resource for the text view. So go to the list item.xml file. Now you need to provide a background for this text view, Android background. It is from drawable folder, so at drawable, and the file name is mySelector. Choose that one. Okay, now you have to make some now you have to provide the method for handling the click events of the list view. So set on item, there is a method called list view dot, our list view object name is list view. Sorry, here it is, list view dot set selected set on item selected, this one, set on item selected listener. Choose this one. Here you need to import some package, so import the needed packages, and here you have to put a semicolon because it is an anonymous inner type. Now you need to add some unimplemented method. Okay, so when user select the item on the list view, this method will invoke, on item selected method will invoke. Okay, here you have to change the state of the selected item. So you got the view object from this argument, view argument. So arg1 dot set selected into true. Okay, so when user select the item on the list view, we set the corresponding item set selected state into true. So it will check on the selector. That means here when user select the item, this will true. That means Android state selected is true. So it will check for the color on the Android drawable red color folder. So on the values folder, on the color folder, this color will appear as background. Okay, so we can check it out. So select the project, run the application. Okay, so now I click on the item. You can see that when I click the item, the background color change into blue. Now, sorry, what happens? There is some mistake. We have to check it out. So we made a mistake here. It is not on set on item selected listener. It is on item click listener. Set on item click listener. Yeah, this one. Okay, I remove the entire methods. Okay, so list view dot set on item click listener. It is not item select listener. Yeah, this one. Put a semicolon here. Here you have to import the package. Okay, now here you need to implement the unimplemented method. Yeah, this one. I on item click. So here you have to set the state. So arg1 dot set set state selected. So it is set selected into true. Make it as true. Okay, now we can run the application again. So I choose the project and run it. Open emulator. Okay, so I just select the item. Now the background color change into blue, and after selection you can see that it is the background color change into red. So I choose another item. When I select it, it will change into blue, and after the selection it is the background color is changed into red one. Guys, this is how we change the selected item background on a list view using the selector XML file. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next part.